Neverness to Everness just launched, and the banner roadmap is already looking absolutely stacked. But here's the thing, version 1.0 might actually be a trap for your pulls. The characters coming in 1.1 are already known, their kits are partially out, and if you're not paying attention, you might spend everything now and miss what's really worth pulling for. In this video, we're breaking down the full banner roadmap from 1.0 through 1.2. Who's coming, what they do, and whether you should be saving right now. Let's get into it. Quick announcement before we start. I'm doing a giveaway of 3 monthly subscriptions right now. To enter, just leave a comment on this video. That's it. After 1 week, I'll pick 3 winners randomly. I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe as well. I post regular updates on NTE, so if you want to stay on top of every new character, banner, and info drop, this is the channel for that. Now let's get into the roadmap. Version 1.0 is live right now. Phase 1 ran with Nanali, the Anima Plasma main DPS, who's been performing at SS tier on CN servers. If you pulled her, great. If you didn't, she's gone for now. Phase 2 starts May 13th with Hattori. She's the owner of the Iban Antique Shop, Cosmos faction, Solid Element Support, and Burst Enabler. Her signature mechanic is time manipulation. She can stop time in both combat and exploration, which makes her useful far beyond just fights. Her World's Tide is a full-time stop that lets your team deal damage freely. Her present replay records and replays skill sequences for massive damage amplification. She's high S-tier utility, and many players consider her the safer long-term investment compared to Nanali because she elevates your entire roster rather than being a solo carry. Her banner runs until roughly June 3rd, the end of version 1.0. Now, the important pull advice for 1.0 overall. A lot of community voices and creators are suggesting caution with heavy spending right now. The standard pool, plus the free selector after 50 standard pulls, already gives you a functional roster. The characters coming in 1.1 are known, and they look extremely strong. If Hattori appeals to you aesthetically, or you genuinely want her kit, pull. But if you're undecided, the case for saving toward 1.1 is real. Version 1.1 is coming fast, and it might be where your resources are better spent. Version 1.1 is expected around early to mid-June 2026, right after Hattori's banner concludes. And this is the patch a lot of players have been quietly waiting for. 2 new S-rank characters are confirmed, Lacrimosa in Phase 1 and Chaos in Phase 2. Lacrimosa is the one generating the most excitement, and honestly, she deserves it. She's Chaos Element, a main and sub-DPS with a unique dual-mode attack system and strong DOT mechanics. Let me break down what we actually know about her kit. Her basic attack is called Sweet and Sour, and it operates in 2 modes. Tomato Metal mode involves frying pan swings, up to 5 hits of Chaos DMG. Tomato Percussion mode uses red jelly manipulation, also up to 5 hits of Chaos DMG. She switches between these modes using the aim button, which triggers additional attacks, including a flying kick or a ground slam AoE. The flavor variation system creates a combat rhythm where you're constantly switching between attack styles for optimal damage and positioning. Her core mechanics include applying nightmare stacks, her primary DOT debuff that builds damage over time on enemies. She also has a unique ability to copy and mimic enemy skills, similar to an echo system, for extra damage and utility. This gives her a degree of adaptability in different content that most characters don't have. She has strong AoE and single target capabilities simultaneously, and she pairs naturally with incantation and psyche elements for Scorch and Nova reactions in DOT team compositions. And then there's the exploration utility, Hold Dodge, and she transforms into bat flight form, long, sustained flight using stamina. This is going to be one of the more useful traversal mechanics in the game for reaching hard-to-access areas and chests. She already appears in the prologue and tutorial, so players have had hands-on experience with how she feels in combat from the earliest moments of the game. The response has been consistently positive. The frying pan aesthetic is absurd in the best way, and her DOT kit looks genuinely meta-relevant for Chaos and DOT team compositions. Chaos, the male S rank from the ETD 6th Platoon, is in Phase 2, And honestly, the kit information on him right now is limited. He's Lakshana Element. His role is speculated as DPS or Bruiser based on his platoon background and combat teasers that show an aggressive, close-range fighting style. But full-skill details, passives, and reaction synergies haven't been officially detailed yet. Expect full reveals closer to 1.1 launch via official PV and trailer. What we do know is that his release is significant for the male character ratio in the game. He's one of the rarer male-limited S ranks, and that alone has his fanbase very actively saving. The ETD 6th platoon story ties will also be relevant for players following that narrative thread. Pull priority for 1.1, Lacrimosa is the clearer, must-consider pull. Her kit is well documented, her exploration utility is genuinely strong, and DOT teams have real meta-relevance. If you're building around Chaos and DOT reactions, she's the natural foundation. Chaos is the pick for players invested in his character and the ETD storyline, but without full kit info yet, it's harder to make a purely mechanical argument for him right now. Wait for his full PV before deciding. Version 1.2 is expected around July to August 2026, and we're firmly in speculation territory here. No official announcements exist yet. The game only launched on April 29th, and Hada Studio hasn't confirmed post 1.1 content publicly. Everything here is based on beta footage, trailer appearances, community roadmaps, and story presence. That said, the community has pretty clear consensus on who the strongest candidates are. Akane Rin is one of the most consistently mentioned names for an early post 1.1 release. She's appeared in story quests, her outfits have been shown in official materials, and she has a level of visibility that suggests she's not being held back for a distant patch. Many community discussions point toward 1.2 as her window. No kit info yet, but her presence in early story content has her fanbase already planning around her. Alfred, the director of the Bureau of Anomaly Control, is a character I want to talk about specifically because the community hype around her is very real. She's a major story figure. High-ranking faction leaders in gacha games with this kind of lore presence tend to translate to strong kit expectations and earlier releases. Her design, her role in the narrative, and her perceived power level have players actively saving pulls for her specifically. My take: 1.2 feels like a very realistic window for her. She's too prominent a figure to sit on the bench for extended periods, and the story momentum supports her appearing soon after the game establishes itself. That's not a confirmed prediction, but the logic holds. Other strong candidates for 1.2 and the patches surrounding it include Shinku and Iroi from CSU. Division 2, they're closely tied to early story content and have been consistently teased alongside Mint, which suggests they're part of an early release batch. Blackbird has a strong community following and NPC model presence that often predicts playable release. ETD platoon members like Xe and Elems are expected in batches as the faction gets more story development. The typical patch structure should give us 1 to 2 new limited S ranks per version, with supporting A rank characters alongside new story arcs and endgame content. The character pipeline is clearly deep. The trailers showed a substantial roster, so the question is pacing, not quantity. That's the full roadmap from 1.0 through 1.2. Hotori now, Lacrimosa and Chaos in 1.1, and a strong candidate lineup for 1.2, led by Alfard and Akane. Don't forget the giveaway. Leave a comment, 3 monthly subscriptions. Winners after 1 week. Subscribe if you want NTE coverage as it comes out. I'll be covering every new character reveal, banner update, and patch info as it drops. Leave a like if this was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.